Hey guys, Billy, Archangel Art Studio, and I got some new powders, micas, not really exactly sure what they are, and I'm really excited to try them. As you can see, we've already done this board once, not happy with it, redoing it. But the reason I'm excited is these new powders. They are burnt copper, carbon red, burnt orange holographic micro flake, and Atlantic Colorshift. These are Plasti Dip for your car colors. I'm not sure exactly what they mix them in to spray the cars, but these cars with all these wild colors and holographic color changes, and that's what they use. So I figure, hey man, it's a powder. It'll go in resin, change the color. We're gonna give it a try. And I'm using just a titanium white. I'm gonna go over this board with just a titanium white, which we'll go ahead and do. And I did prep this board, the surface. I gave it a little scuff, cleaned it down with some denatured alcohol. I don't put everything on camera when I'm doing it because, you know, frankly, some of the stuff is kind of boring to watch and it just eats up time. So not everything I do will be on camera. And let's spread this out. You can probably hear my dog. Her name is Bailey. She's about a 8-month-old pit bull. She's a little meat tornado. She's crazy. Good pup, though, good pup. And she's awesome with my grandson Gabriel. They are inseparable. Best friends. That's probably what she's doing, is walking around looking for Gabe. And Gabriel lives with me and my wife. Me and my wife are raising him. Just trying to get these sides real quick. And I there's so many different ways to do resin art. I've watched just about every video on the net I could watch. You know, even today, before I even came down here to do this, I was watching videos. Everybody has their own technique, and some folks just swear by them, like this is the end-all be-all way to do resin art. Well, for them, that might be true. But the way I look at art, and I would think that most people do, is your technique is your technique. There are certain things that are universal, that you kind of do it a certain way. You know, mixing your resin. You know, there's really not a whole lot of different ways to mix your resin. But as far as your pour technique, your color choices, you know, all that, man, that's a preference, I believe. My opinion. And again, y'all know how I feel about opinions. Subject to the opinionated. But again, I say that's my opinion. Bailey, you want to say hi to everybody? Come here, sweetie. Come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. Oh, sweet Bailey. Oh, sweet Bailey. Alright, I'm just gonna, my thought is, I'm just gonna pour some colors over here and blow them across. And these colors are, wow. You'll see. Pretty wild. They look good in the package, so, and they look good on TV. I was looking at them dipping cars, and I was like, man, why couldn't I use those in resin? So here we are trying it. And again, it may work out, may not work out. But I guess we're about to find out, huh? And I also been watching a lot of this, I think it's called a Dutch pour. Been real popular lately. Everybody's doing these Dutch pours in acrylic. And I was like, will that transfer to resin? We're going to give that a try too. I don't know that it will. And I honestly don't know the proper technique, so we're going to call this a maybe Dutch pour? Or a faux Dutch pour. Now what they do is blow this white back across that. Oh, got my, and then blow this back out there. I don't know how much of a Dutch pour that is, but and I got stupid resin all in my hairdryer. It's probably going to explode on me. Well, I don't like that. So, you know what I do? Man, that is a pretty color. And this is like the holographic hyper shift, which, what that means, I don't know. Let's use a heat gun. Oh, my dog tried to kill me. Let me get a little more aggressive this year. Well, I don't know that those colors transfer very well. I think they look good, real good individually. But a lot of this stuff that looks so good by itself, added with other colors, you add a bunch of the same type of stuff together and it kind of gets lost in the mix. And I'm afraid that's kind of what's happening here. They look really good individually, but I'm just dumping the rest out. This is transparent. This is mostly like a glitter, a holographic glitter. I don't know if you're supposed to add it with other color. You know, these didn't really come with directions. It just, I just seen them. My wife gets on to me for saying I saw them and I really wanted to try them, so I ordered them. She says, you say a lot of words that people probably ain't gonna understand because you're a redneck. I was like, well, they'll figure it out. I like mixing the colors up through the center before I blow them around because I think it adds, when you blow it around and they're already a little mixed, I think it's pretty neat. These, I'm not sure that they're mixing really well. Get some of that white off the bottom there. Okay. Let's see if we can't do something like that. Well, and if you notice, I kept going back and forth with the hairdryer. Sometimes that gives it almost a uniformity, and I don't think we're going to save this one. I don't much care for it at all. It's definitely not. I like the colors, don't get me wrong, I like the colors, and I'll use the colors, but I don't think I'll use them all together. I think maybe like one of these colors with some acrylics or something, you know. It's like if you use all the metallics, the real nice metallics together, they kind of muddle, and they kind of lose their effect, which is what I'm afraid this is doing. Well, we're getting some cells and stuff in through here, but again, it's not really what I care for. So, you know what we do with that? We spray the snot out of it and see what we get then. Well, now there you go. That spray always does something to it, huh? Still don't like it. By the time I'm done redoing this board, it's going to have a ½ a foot thick resin on it. I'm just going to have to designate this a practice board. Well, I guess that is what it is. Come here, Bailey. What do you think? Come here, sweetie pie. Come here. Oh, there's a good baby. There's a good baby. You a good puppy? You a good puppy? Say hi to everybody. Say hi, good puppy. You're not a good puppy. You're a terrible puppy. Alright, get down. Well, not happy with it. I'm going to let it dry. Hopefully it'll turn into something magical. Alright. You guys leave some comments. Ring that bell. You know, I love, like I said before, I love reading comments. Come on, guys. I've got such a boring life. You gotta talk to me. Alright. That is what it is. I'll try to give you a couple close-ups on it. This is where everybody's going, no, Billy. Golly, every time you pick up that camera, you get me seasick. Well, guess what? You're about to get seasick. Alright. Oops. I'm not going to try to go in real super close. It's kind of neat, but just not my taste. So, I'm trying to hold the camera steady. It's got some real cool spots in it, but you don't sell paintings because one corner looks cool. And again, you might. Alright guys, this one's a wrap. You guys keep doing what you do. I'll keep doing what I do. And as always, see ya!